Hey y'all. So I have a message from above. The bad things are still going to happen, but it's your reaction that determines the outcome. Let me say that again. The bad things are still going to happen, but it's your reaction that determines the outcome. So I'm watching this movie The Way Back. It's about a basketball player who used to play basketball in high school. He had a scholarship offer, full time ride, but ended up giving it up due to the relationship with his father. You'll have to watch the movie to really get deep into why. But he ended up giving up basketball and turning to drugs and making bad decisions, right? So then he actually got married. His wife was the reason why, he got saved. His life was on the right track. Then he lost his son. So first he gave up basketball, turned to drugs. Then he got saved. Then he lost his son. So then he turned to alcohol. He's at the bar every night, right? Then he got the opportunity to coach basketball. So he didn't change immediately, but he started to change. You didn't see him in the bar anymore. He started going back around his family, seeing his wife again as a friend. But he started participating in the world again and doing good. And then he made a new friend while his son was in remission. And this friend also had a son going through the same thing as his son. So his friend is on the verge of also losing his son, right? So him and the wife went to the hospital, the ex-wife went to the hospital, and it actually showed where the friend and his wife got the results back, and it showed the wife's reaction. But she was screaming. She was like, "No, I don't want to lose him." And so Jack actually ran out the hospital. He was like, he can't do it. And God was speaking to me. He was saying, he's reliving the situation with his son. That same situation where they got the news, maybe the wife had a similar reaction, like he now feels that for the friend's son, right? And so I just said he was doing good. He wasn't at the bar. Guess where he went? Immediately after he left the hospital, the bar. And this time it got so bad to where he ended up leaving the bar with another woman. But he's single now. But he ended up leaving the bar with a woman, a stranger. Ended up um, running his truck into another truck, breaking into somebody's house. He wasn't intentional. He thought he was going into the lady's house, but he went to a stranger's home and ended up in the hospital. So that's when God gave me this message, like, the bad stuff is still going to happen. Like, okay, he lost his son, he got back on the right track, he got saved, and then now the friend is losing his son. It could have been anything. He could have been losing his mom now, his sister, or losing his ex-wife. Like, it's something else is always going to happen. But I realize it's your reaction. So hey, he turned to God in the Bible, or maybe his family support system is important here, right? So hey, he turns to something healthy, because it's healthy coping mechanisms, and everything could be unhealthy. We'll talk about that one day. But so it's healthy coping mechanisms, and instead of him turning to that, he turned back to what he knew, the alcohol. So the name of the movie is The Way Back. And thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm like, initially you're like, okay, he's finding his way back to basketball. But then if you think on the flip side of it, it's like, in the midst of that, he also found his way back to the thing he turned to once he left basketball. So I just wanted to give that message. The bad things is still going to happen. Like, we live in this world where it's good versus evil, right? It's always going to be something bad. It's always, you're going to lose somebody, you may lose a job, like it's always going to be something. But it's your reaction that determines the outcome. Okay, love you. Get dressed.